Hello class 5. Today we will continue the chapter force, work, energy, what we were doing, and last day we have done different types of lever, and today we will start with the second type of simple machine, that is inclined plane. Please open page 83. Please open page 83. Inclined plane. You have ever wondered how the ancient Egyptians lifted heavy stones to build the pyramids? We have all seen pyramids, picture of pyramids, that it's a triangular in shape and it's having a three-dimensional shape like this, isn't it? And it's a long one, tall one, isn't it? So we must be surprised that how it is possible to build a shape like that. They used a ramp or an inclined plane. An inclined plane is a slope that helps us to move a load between two wheels with less effort. So, inclined plane or is a like of slope which helps us to carry heavy load with the help of two wheels. It does not look like a machine at all. See, here you can see the picture. In the hospitals you have seen that the nurses used to help the patient to carry them with the help of the wheelchair, with the help of inclined plane. How shall I explain? So, okay, suppose I will show you. Suppose this is the place where the patient have to go, and this is an inclined plane. It's a slope. In stations also you can see the same thing. Howrah station or Shialdah station, if you have visited, you can see. Even in airport also you can see somewhere where the people, they are having problem in walking or any like that. So they are using this type of inclined plane to go up, and this slope will help you to carry a heavy load, even if it is very heavy to carry without any slope like this. So this type of sliding or slanting slope is called inclined plane. Yes. So an inclined plane is a slope that helps us move a load between two wheels. So when there is a wheel, it will automatically scroll, and that will help us to carry the load. And if there is a slanting or sliding slope like that, it does not look like a machine. So it does not look like a machine, we know. Next page. A normal person cannot load a heavy box into the rear of the truck easily. So suppose this is a truck. Suppose this is a truck, and the particular boxes are over here. So how they will carry? It is very difficult to put it up, lift it up, and to put it here. So they will use a wooden inclined plane. Maybe you have seen, which is supporting the road with the help of this, with the truck and the road, and they will balance it and they will pull it up on the truck. Yes. But by placing the inclined wooden plank, so this is called a plank. This is a plank. This is a wooden sheet which will help them from the rear of the truck to the ground. The person can do this more easily. So as I have explained you, that suppose this is a truck and this is a box and this is a inclined plank, wooden plank. Wooden plank means a slanting wooden piece of wood, and which is helping this material to lift it up easily on the truck by a person. A wheelchair can be easily pushed up an inclined plane in a hospital, as I have explained you. The less the slope of an inclined plane, the less the force required to push up the load. It is obvious, if it is very steep like a mountain, it will be very difficult to lift a wheelchair above. Why? Because the person is standing behind and the load is in front of him. So the person has to push it up. So if the inclined plane, the slant or the slide is little bit less, it will be easier for the person to push it upward. Understood? A wheelchair can be easily pushed up an inclined plane in the hospital. The less the slope and inclined plane, the less the force required to push up the load. So if the slope is steep, it is very difficult to push. If the slope is less, then it will be easier for the person to pull it up. A winding mountain a winding mountain road is also an inclined plane. If a steep road will built directly up the side of the mountain, buses and cars would not be able to go up. So, in case of hill station, many of you have visited hill station, I know. So, you have seen that suppose this is a mountain and the roads are like this, isn't it? They are rotating and they are reaching us to the destination, isn't it? But the thing is, why the roads are like this? These roads are also inclined plane, and these are all helping us to go up and to reach to the particular point. Now, what is here? What it is telling? If the road is slanting like this, then what will happen? The gravitational force will be more, and it will be very difficult for the car to go straight because because of the slope of the mountain, the steepness of the mountain, and thus the roads are being made like that. If you have visited mountain hill stations, you have seen the roads are always sliding and they are having loops in different places and they are going above to the particular point what they want to reach. So these are the reason why the mountains are having in place of steep straight road, though the distance will be more because they are covering more place to reach a particular. If from here to here we can reach, the length of this place would be more, would be less. But here what is happening, due to the easiness to make the driver easy to ride the car, the road is being made like this, and thus what is happening, the distance between the distance of the road is becoming more because for reaching here to here they have to cross the entire road and they are coming here, and thus the distance is becoming more. That is why in hill station we need more time to reach in particular place. Yes, if a steep road were built directly up the side of the mountain, buses and cars would not be able to go up, as I have explained. That is why winding roads with a gradual slope are built on the mountain. Less effort is needed to go up the mountain on these roads. As I have told you that why the roads are being made for the drivers to reach easily. Yes. Sorry. Though the distance to be covered becomes greater. As I have told you, what will happen? The distance will be more and the time will be more. Next is wedge. So you have understood what is inclined plane. Inclined plane means basically a slope which helps a person to lift up something heavy, and the slope is a gradual slope. It does not goes up in a certain height suddenly. It's slowly, like mountain, or as I have explained you in the hospitals and in rail station, as we have seen. Now we will go to the next simple machine, that is wedge. A wedge is made of two inclined planes joined together to form a sharp edge. A knife, an axe, and a chisel are the example of wedge. Now see what a wedge is. I can show you one example. So what it is telling, that when we join two inclined plane, it is becoming a wedge. Okay. Now see, this is one inclined plane and this is another inclined plane. So when we are, or in a different way, we can say this is an inclined plane and this is an inclined plane. So when these two inclined planes are joining together, the sharp edge is becoming the wedge. Okay, I can show you this one. See, in your geometry bags you have seen this maybe. This is an inclined plane just like this, and this is an inclined plane. This particular sharp edge is being called the wedge. And when with the use of a hammer you are hammering it, it helps because it becomes, as it is a very sharp place, it is helping you to cut wood. That is why the example of knife and axe is given. Next is screw. The screw looks like a nail with grooves. Grooves means what? You have seen maybe on the top of the screw, suppose this is a screw. there is a cut on the head of the screw, isn't it? I have a screw, I will show you. So it has a winding edge called thread. At the bottom, you may have seen that there is a spring-like thing. It is called the thread. The winding edge is actually the inclined plane. So this winding edge is an inclined plane. To check this, draw a right angle triangle on a particular piece of paper and cut it out. So you will draw a right angle triangle like this and you will cut it like this, and what it is telling, color the longest edge and wrap the paper on a pencil. So you have to color this particular page, and you have to see the drawing is given in the next page, page 85. The drawing is given here. You can understand what is screw. So if you wrap it, you will understand. Notice that the inclined edge of the paper now looks like the thread of the screw. So if you see this screw, please see. If you see this screw, you will understand that here is the groover on the top of the head, and here, just a minute. Here you will see that threads are there, isn't it? So here in the book it is telling that if you wrap this paper on a pencil, you will see these, and if you color this part and wrap it on a pencil, you will see that this edge looks like this thread of the nail. See, this is like thread, isn't it? It's spinning like this. The ring like, spring like. You have seen the spring inside a dot pen. Inside a refill, you will see there is a spring, and this is like a spring, and it is called the thread. Yes. And its head is turned with the help of the screwdriver. The head of the screw has a groover for the tip of a screwdriver. See, here is a groover. I have told you earlier. So when we want to push it inside with the help of a screwdriver, we used to put the screwdriver on top of it and we used to spin it. And the screw is held against a piece of wood. And this is suppose this is a piece of wood. And its head is turned with the help of the screwdriver, and as we put it inside with a force, it goes easily. The tip of the screw moves into the wood, and you will see gradually the screw goes in, and it looks like this, isn't it? Yes. Less force is needed to insert a screw into wood than a nail because of the inclined edge. See, nail is like this. Sorry, it's like this. It is basically straight. But in case of screw, what is happening? It is going slowly thinner, and it is having a screw-like, spring-like thing, as I have told. So, more than a nail, if we use screw, it is easy to put it inside the wooden material or wooden board. To insert a nail, it is had to be hammered. Means you have to take a hammer and you have to give force on it, and it can fold also. But in case of screw, it does not happen due to the strength of the thread, and due to the force of the screwdriver, it easily inserts inside the wooden board. Also, because of the groovers, the screw hold the wood more firmly than the nail. So, as due to the groover and due to the spring, it is going deep and it is sticking firmly in the wood than the nail. The screw jack used to lift cars for repair work on same principle. So, the screw jack, when we are pulling up the screw, we are using the to lift a car repair. When we are lifting a car, in the same principle, it is done. So, up to this we will stop today. Next day we will start with pulley, and we have read about wedge screw and why screw is easier to use than a nail we have read. So some short question and some tricky question can come from here. This is a quite long chapter. We will go through details in the next. Thank you very much.